So, restarting the recording here. Yeah, subconscious preference would be good, but we have all of these hints here. Good God. Oh, so this is all template stuff. That's cool. What was the objective? To hit caches. So we have cache Charlie, Bravo, and Alpha. Okay. So I have 3 platoons of AI. Okay. And then I've got some special stuff in here. This dude might have the wrong gear, Lamau. Okay. And then I got all these statics to work with. And I've got 3 mortars. Oh, boy. So right off the bat, let's clean up everything. Oh, boy. Okay. And then I assume this is for the teleporter down there. I can get rid of that. And then we've got the cache area everywhere on those. And then these are TFAR communication towers, but they're invisible basically to allow for perfect communication throughout the AO. All right. And I assume this is, yeah, so that's a way for the warehouse back in, for the tunnel system, quote unquote. Okay. So that tunnel, I think, went from there to there, and they would just walk up that route. Okay, so wooden wall. Anything wooden wall. Gotcha. So we can remove all of that for the tunnel, because if I leave it in there, it's going to try to reference things that are deleted, and the mission file won't boot in the first place. Alright, I can... So that's all of Rabbit's scripting work to make KillKog work as a thing, but we don't need that. So we're dealing with 3 platoons of that. And then a bunch of specialized equipment. So it's going to be basically a platoon of those units per, and then all of these vehicles per, because I'm modeling it after the KillKog. Alright. We'll have a look at everything as well. Okay, so from what I see, everything has AKs by default. And I assume there's some specialized weaponry in here. So what do we have? Nothing. Are they scripted? No. So that might just be for transferring gear then. What about you? Nothing. Which makes me think it might be scripted. Okay. I can basically process of elimination some of that. have some RPG. They have some grenades. PKM ammo. So I think they're using scripts to basically add stuff into those boxes. Okay. And then we've got a mortar position we can make for every AO as well. We've got 2 darter drones we can work with. So let's take stock of what is in here. So we have SVDs, we have RPKs, we got PKMs, we have a 9K38, F1s. Okay. Okay. And then we've got this box with a little bit of RPG. So we've got an RPG specialist team somewhere. But for these 3 boxes, it's to indicate that we have this for every AO, and every guy is only going to have, like, 1 AA unit. Okay. So based off of that, with all of this here, we do see the single RPG gunner. We got the PKP gunner. We've got some of the AKM drum mags. There's no RPK specifically. We have a scout. And there's our 1 PKM gunner with an assistant. We have SVD ammo, but no SVD. Okay. Nine, 18, 27, 36, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. And then we've got a command team. So 54. I'm going to shrink that down to 1 group less. I'll need 1 commanding unit. We have 1 heavy AT guy. He's got 7 VLs. We're going to give a second 7 VL. I'm going to need an AA guy as well. But with no additional ammo because they only get 1 round. So I have AT, AA. He should be tied with that unit, and then I basically want to make a sniper spotter team. So logistics, I'm going to pack with the mortar here. Yeah, because we're also going to be dividing statics and whatnot, too. Basically everything that's divisible by 3 here. So if we put the mortar at that level... It's always fun to make missions like these where it's like, all right, here's a concept we wanted to do, we weren't able to do it, now it's a puzzle for us. And it's like, all right, cool, I can work with that. And we need to make dedicated vehicle crews as well. We've got a, wow, a single... I gotta start organizing this as well. So many things. Naked guys, I think it's a bugged out kit of some sort. We've got 2 MTLBs. And we're definitely going to want to, like, hide those. So we've got 4, 4, 3... We have a single PKM. So that's an interesting mix all around. We do the 2 MTLBs and then have a package deal with those two and then evenly divide the remaining vehicles here. Like do something like that, that, and that. Package deal these, and then the motorcycles I can just keep as like specialist stuff for like sniper teams and whatnot. We need an SVD because there is an SVD somewhere. He just wasn't part of that group. So if we're gonna do that, I want to do another recon scout and then do that guy with an SVD because there was SVD ammo in the AO. Or in the boxes. Oh boy. So now's the really funny part of how am I going to divide these forces proper. So mortar crew is definitely going to need like a covered Hilux, and since we're making 3 copies of those, if I pull something over, I need to basically delete 3 of them. 1 spotter crew is going to basically be for the head, the searchlight, essentially. Probably going to put the Lee Enfield guy on that. So it's 6 and 3, so we're going to have 2 PKMs and 1 Dishka for the spread of those units. So we can put like 1 Dishka down, because I don't see there being a need for like a dedicated vehicle crew. We can just have 1 pure of infantry, but it was like 5 squads earlier, so we've already shrunk that down a bit. Motorcycle with the sniper team, because I'm pretty sure that that can fit both people on. Yeah. Commander will also get a motorcycle, and I should be deleting these as I put them in, because we're going to be copying and pasting those. Those guys as a static team, and then we've got the machine gun team, which I can do another motorcycle with. And then the rest of those guys are going to get vehicles, so that, we delete the other one. I'm going to have to make a copy of that. This is where we... Alright, this is where it gets a little interesting. So that one covers that one, and then we're going to do a third one. But instead, that's where the ZU-23 Vic is going to go. And I'm going to pair it with the PKM Vic as well. We're going to M2 and then Dishka the others. And then the final divide will be for that. And then we have to handle transport. So which group is going to get the truck? I feel like a supply truck should go with the heavy vehicle. So we'll get that set. And then I'm going to be honest, we can just do like a spare. Yeah, I mean, based on the divide, that's what, 11 Vics, so we can literally just double up on everyone. One second. Yeah, there's supposed to be a covered up one too, because I don't think I put that anywhere, so we'll at least vary that in. We'll give the covered one to, like, Bravo in the middle or something. And then that's going to be our 3 quote-unquote platoons. We'll stretch this a bit. I'll give a Lada and then a quad bike to every local commander. And then the Lada will be for the company command element that has that flag. And this will be the grouping of AI we work with for every sector. So now that we have that divided, let's go ahead and look at all of our sectors here. So we've got Cache Bravo. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not feeling that one. Bravo, I feel like, needs the AAA the most. Let's go ahead and grab that group, because that has the AAA. And most important thing we're going to want to do is immediately take off all the player slots. Oh, don't get me wrong, we're going to definitely hide the important assets, or I'm going to put them in positions that are overwatching, but try my best to keep them in the zone. I think I'm going to set everything to have its pathing off for now, and then if I need to, I'll pull units out to run around. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so they have 4 HE per on the mortar. That's kind of funny. All right. Command, I would tuck away up here. I'd also put the mortar up there. Now, again, it would be tucked away somewhere even deeper, but, you know, for AI ops, I want it to be a little more stretched and whatnot. Plain hide the zucchini. Here, I'll hide it. I'll hide it here. And then spotter-wise, I feel like I don't want to put him in too much of a dumb position, but I feel like our best bet for Overwatch would be like right here. And that's still within the sector. I want to keep, again, a majority of the units in the sector itself, but dragging what I can. PKM guide, want direct security. on the cache entrance the best I can do. Igla guy. We had spare motorcycles, so I don't mind giving him something. Igla guy is going to be a pretty important threat. I want him in a place that can completely overwatch this AO. So I want him hidden. AT guy is going to be a bit tougher because this is a very flat area, so there's not a lot of decent places for me to put AT down. So I think the best bet would be hiding in plain sight in here. I'm tucking him away. And then we've got the local sniper team. Yeah. Really dumb spot, but what can you do? Alright, now we're dealing with local positions. I'm going to put these guys on actual point security here. Oh, we have an extra one in that's part of the AO. Cool, I can just feed that in. Let me also write in on the KOG chat. If I can find it. Anyway, in regards to this coming weekend, I've sat down with the mission file and I've decided to take everything that you would give the player base and assign it to all of the AI, So there's 3 platoons, each platoon's going to be guarding a cache, I divided all the weaponry and vehicles to each platoon as evenly as I could, but for example, there were 2 MTLBs and 1 ZU-23 Vix. Hold on, I voice to text butchered that. The MTLBs and 1 has the ZU. Feel free to come on the stream between now and the next 45 minutes if you want to give some input, but I haven't added anything, I've just turned all the units into AI, essentially, period. The only thing I outright removed was grenades, because I don't trust the AI with grenades for what we're going for, but everything else is fair game. Yeah, I don't feel like giving the AI grenades, because them and Grenadiers, I just don't trust the AI with. And with COG Ops we've done in the past, it's kind of shown that, you know? But regardless, we're going to be garrisoning all the stuff here. Give them 9 banners instead, yeah. No. So this will be more local defense on the objective itself. But again, the airfield AO is kind of the hardest to defend because it's so cramped. It's all a giant open field anyway. I'm just trying to find another, like, decent Overwatch, but what I could also do is just have one squad fortify the internal area here. So I could take this position and fortify the outside. And then the final squad, that's the really iffy thing. If the players were to come into this AO at night, they would probably avoid the open areas back here. If they were to come in through that side, they run into that squad. If they were to come in through here, we'd have to put them in a separate area. So right off the bat, again, hiding the vehicles and the turret would be the best bet. And then just sneaking all the AI around would be a good call. This is for KOG. Yeah, doing our best to hide the units in the bushes and whatnot. That would be our divide. All right, 1 down, 2 more to go. And then I gotta figure out a way to do, like, company command, but it should be fine. Ah, yes, Sirda. And then let me just grab this remaining area and put them up. And Oreo Castro as well. Put them over there. Alright, I'll be back in a second. I want to think this over and, well, yeah. One moment, just one moment. I feel like setting up the music, though. One second. Let me get that changed. Yeah, F it, bridge on the river. Screw that. Hitting the button a few times, skip shit around. I love doing that. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Sunday. Alright, let's get rid of all the player attributes here. Set them all to path, and we can be done. Okay. So, where do I want to put all the units? First off, command should come from somewhere in a command position. There's a few different places for me to put stuff like that down. We're going to be focused on overwatching the AO. Oh, right. There's just so many good ways, good places to put this stuff. Yeah, that would give him a decent enough angle. RPG guy would need to be local to be a threat. I'm gonna put him smack dab in the middle of town. That way I have some utility with him to literally just pull the RPG out and go. I'll put him right there. Igla Man. Well, okay, Spotlight should be up here. Because it's close enough to actually do something, but, you know, probably going to get spotted early on, but it's a Spotlight. Mortar Monkey. This is a good one. We'll put him back here. Sniper team should definitely be more on the local side. It's just tough to find a decent Overwatch position that isn't blatantly obvious, you know? I think our best bet is going to be this bush over here. We'll stash the motorcycle right there. Igla Man, this is going to be the easiest one. And then the machine gun team I'm also going to think is going to be local. Again, I like putting them on cache security directly. I just don't want him to get shot in the back of the head. I want him to be able to overwatch that building. Now, the question is, where do I stash the vehicles? And there wasn't anything extra in terms of vehicles placed down. Okay, no, there is an additional Dishka. So we've got this group on point security itself. I always like to put them around the cache, because that's what I did with the first one. Let's go ahead, throw that down. Truck-wise, I'm going to put that truck right there and put its lights on. MTLB, I'm going to cache in here, ready to throw in later. RPK gunner on that building, ready to go. I want this little corner nook right here because it's always a great spot to put units. And him specifically, I'm going to cheese the shit out of him. I'm going to just disable his move so he's always looking in that direction. Because I'm evil. Whoever put that there's a jerk because that's going to automatically destroy that building. Try to hide that vehicle right there. Now, for the remaining areas, it's going to be all about putting turrets and vehicles down where they're not expected, so I can immediately pull them out when they are needed. But the turrets are going to have to be put in very, very key areas here so they're not seen by air. And I want to put all my shooters in areas that they can get the jump on the players here. So that's one. That's two. And again, I've got everything tiered to basically hold around the cache. And from there, I'll put some internal defenders in. Why not? And then we got our final squad. And I guess we gotta focus on some up-road defense. The one issue is I think I'm out of garage space. So the only place I can really put this vehicle is right there and hope for the best. Because I don't see any other garages. Oh, shit, no, right there. Perfect. Yeah, a little static to watch down that street as well. And some units on guard. Alright, so that's our second AO lockdown, and now we've got the third and final. And then we can declare victory for this AO. So, take off player, put them all on path. Now this is going to be a toughie for Overwatch. I think in terms of command, that's a really good Overwatch position, because I'm also thinking, you know, the AI might not have the best look-see there, but I'm trying to look like what are other positions I can utilize. There's plenty of open ones around. Okay. How would he have gotten up there, though, onto that tower? You know, that'll be one of life's greatest mysteries. Look, I've seen players get into really weird spots before, so I'm just going to chalk it up to that. But I'm not going to put any statics up there or whatnot, because there's only so much I could go where it would be quote-unquote believable. But command can orchestrate from there. Spotlight crew. Oh my goodness. There we go. AA will be funny. Because I am honest to God debating where I want to put him. That's going to give the best Overwatch and give me the best position to move him around on, to be perfectly honest. Machine gun crew, I always do internally. So if the cache is in there, where would be the best position to put him? Honestly, that window. This music reminds you of Farming Sim? Ha, nice. It's Ty the Tasmanian Tiger from back in the day. AT crew or SVD crew? Let's do SVD crew real quick. We'll put that group there. What do we got left for specialist? Mortar team. Any mortar team worth their salt will make sure to put things where it's, like, equal. So I'm thinking the local dump. It's a slightly higher elevation, but it'll give us something to work with. We can tuck it away over there. And then we got the AT guy. I'm gonna make him ballsy. Alright, and then we got our statics, another MTLB crew, more static gun crews. And then do we have any extra vehicles in this AO? We do have another Dishkovic. Oh, we've got, ooh, a Hilux BTR Vic as well. The extra goodies. Just checking all the empty vehicles, making sure I didn't mix anything. I mean, I can also just check. Yeah, no, there's only one of those. Ha! That would be great for some sort of static out there somewhere. Because I genuinely don't think there's any good place to put it in this AO. Like, I could potentially stash it between those trees, but at the same time, that would be a Vic I want to hide somewhere. And potentially get people picked off. But if it's got a full 360 turret, that one I would want on Overwatch somewhere. Okay, so this is where we're gonna get a little crazy. Because I'm also trying to do some point security stuff to hide from air. And that is admittedly going to be the hardest part of getting all that stuff in. Actually, no, I want the machine gunner in there, because that's a really nice clear by fire lane, so we're going to take that. I'm going to put a medic on the smaller window. And now I'm just trying to limit angles of engagement here. Player base are going to have pull frickin' 9 yards up here. I haven't even looked at them yet, but they'll be spawning their own, but I can assure you there's going to be, like, Apaches and all this other crazy shenanigans. Oh, cool. That's the full heal script. I think Mac Marine wrote something for me already regarding that, so I gotta go look in my DMs with him, but... Alright. So now we need to make our overwatching vehicles here and our local stuff. There just really isn't a good place to hide vehicles here. So I think I'm gonna make a bunch of red herrings instead and just focus on garrisoning other stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna pull the infantry and we're gonna make a bunch of fake vehicles, but beyond that, yeah, this is a good spot for a turret. And we're gonna put the vehicles outside of anywhere where air can bomb them immediately. Or air can blow them up to, you know, kill off additional units. We don't want that either. So we're trying to be tricky about this stuff. And now we're just gonna maximize where we put the AI down to get a total 360 coverage of the AO itself. So we're just gonna try to lock down every potential angle we can get. And hide everything that we can. Have fun, Pave Cat. Try not to die too hard, okay, buddy? Yeah. So some of the vehicles I'll be putting out in certain areas to actually be combat effective, but again, hiding them in this terrain is just god-awful for the hills because you have to make sure the turrets are in proper defilade as well, and it just... Ugh. We just gotta put things so far out of their vision that maybe, just maybe, they won't notice them. But, you know, put them at certain angles where they can still be useful. And that, my friends, is the difficult part. That position would be better. Alright, and then we're just going to utilize the 2 remaining turrets. I'm going to put the vehicles in the AO as well, and then we'll just stack the infantry wherever. That's a dastardly spot because he can suppress through the bushes. We'll call this event Liru Kills Cog. Because funny. Alright. And now we just have to set the infantry. No promises? Well, have a good night regardless, buddy. Hope everything's okay with you. Alright, now we're just going to be locking down every potential angle. Normally I like to do group garrisons, but since I'm trying to mimic a bunch of players, trying to be as cheeky as possible, I'm just going to try to lock down every potential angle that I can. Because that's what a player base trying to kill all of their opponents would do. So they wouldn't bunch up. They would try to maximize the effectiveness of their positioning. Have a good night, Sunday. I'll put a few in corners to hide in bushes and whatnot. And I'll put a guy on security back there. But that should be it, more or less. I'm not gonna do a company command because that's just something extra I'd have to manage, and that's just like, nah, fuck that. And then we had our commentator slots. We don't need those anymore. All right. Save as, and then we'll just change the file up, and then I'll transfer it over to our Zeus channel, and then I can work on the next Metro file as well. But I also need to check on my computer to see how full my drives are, because I might just have to go and edit footage instead.
Send in Goat Team 6.
Eco Man, thanks for 51 resub, buddy.
Glad to catch a steam again.
Hope you keep enjoying the streams, my friend, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this. We're just doing some late night mission dev. Get that saved. Open the attributes general, Marty. Add my name to it, and we should be good. All right. Save that. I need to now go into KOG, put in the mission parameters. Actually, no. I don't know the mission parameters, so... because they're going to have to put those in. Yeah, okay. Regardless. 7-zip, add to archive. Here is the compressed folder. Please add the scripts needed because I imagine they're different from the Panama stuff we were using and different from PvP version as well. Each AO has a platoon strength. Actually, I already explained all that. Please let me know when you've finalized the next mod set, and I'll begin working on the next 3 modern ops. Alright, so that's myself taken care of there. And we can go ahead and